Here are 10 interesting and lesser-known facts about the Nobel Prizes. 1. The Nobel Prize can be shared by multiple winners. The Nobel Prize can be awarded to up to 3 people for each category. If a discovery or achievement is made collaboratively, the prize may be shared, with each laureate receiving an equal portion. For example, in 1903, the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to Marie Curie, Pierre Curie, and Henri Becquerel for their work on radioactivity. 2. Marie Curie is the only person to win Nobel Prizes in 2 different sciences. Marie Curie was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1903, shared with her husband Pierre Curie and Henri Becquerel, and the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1911 for her discovery of radium and polonium. She remains the only person to have received Nobel Prizes in 2 different scientific fields. 3. The Nobel Peace Prize isn't always awarded. In some years, no one receives the Nobel Peace Prize. If no individual or organization meets the criteria, or if the Nobel Committee deems no one deserving, the prize may remain unawarded. For instance, the Peace Prize was not awarded in 1914 or 1948 due to the absence of a suitable recipient. 4. The Nobel Prize cannot be awarded posthumously, with one exception. Nobel's will stipulates that the prize cannot be awarded to someone who has passed away before the announcement. However, if a nominee dies after the announcement but before the award ceremony, they may still receive the prize. The most famous example is Ralph M. Steinman, who won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 2011, despite having died 3 days before the announcement. 5. Albert Einstein was initially nominated for the Nobel Prize for his work on the photoelectric effect. Albert Einstein is famous for his theory of relativity, but he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921 for his explanation of the photoelectric effect, a breakthrough in quantum mechanics. This was a surprising choice, as his more famous theory of relativity wasn't considered a practical contribution at the time. 6. The Nobel Prize in Literature has been awarded to controversial figures. Over the years, some Nobel laureates in literature have been controversial due to their political views or personal lives. One example is Winston Churchill, who won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his historical writings. On the other hand, Bob Dylan was awarded the prize in 2016, sparking debates about the boundaries of literature and the role of music in storytelling. 7. The prize is not always cash. While the Nobel Prizes come with a significant cash award, the exact amount changes each year based on the funds available in the Nobel Foundation. For example, in 2020, the Nobel Prize in each category was worth 10 million Swedish krona, but in some years, the prize amount has been lower. Nobel laureates often choose to donate their prize money to charitable causes. 8. The first Nobel Prize ceremony took place in 1901. The very first Nobel Prize ceremony was held in 1901, 3 years after Nobel's death. The ceremony took place in Stockholm, Sweden, and honored the first laureates in the fields of physics, chemistry, and medicine. The Peace Prize, however, was awarded in Oslo, Norway, in accordance with Nobel's wishes, as Norway and Sweden were in a political union at the time. 9. A rare Nobel Prize winner in peace was an organization, not a person. In 1963, the Nobel Peace Prize was awarded to the International Committee of the Red Cross for its humanitarian efforts during war times. This is one of the few instances in which an organization, rather than an individual, received the Nobel Peace Prize. 10. The Nobel Prize is not a lifetime achievement award. The Nobel Prizes are meant to recognize specific contributions or discoveries, rather than lifetime achievement. This is why someone like Linus Pauling, who won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1954 and later became a peace activist, did not receive the Nobel Peace Prize despite his efforts. Similarly, some deserving individuals who made groundbreaking contributions in their field might not receive the prize at all if their work is deemed to have occurred outside the eligibility period. These fascinating facts show how the Nobel Prizes are full of surprises, exceptions, and intriguing stories behind the laureates and the process.